Your roadmap to the latest in auto? Welcome to Highway Herald. The electric revolution has sparked a host of concerns for dealers, who are increasingly worried about their ability to adapt to the new trends that demand a different approach to sales. As the shift to electric vehicles isn't going as smoothly as planned, it's no surprise that many dealers prefer sticking with internal combustion engines. Dealers are feeling the pressure, and here are 8 reasons why they are wary of EVs. Reason number 8, the EV resale value dilemma. One pressing issue for dealers is the uncertainty of EV resale values. Rapid advancements in EV technology quickly overshadow older models, causing significant depreciation and financial risk for dealers holding such inventory. Reports indicate that some EV models depreciate faster than ICE counterparts due to constant new model releases and enhanced features. This rapid depreciation complicates inventory management and affects profits. Market perception also plays a crucial role. Potential buyers hesitate to invest in used EVs due to concerns about battery life and reliability. This perception, coupled with a less established secondary market for EVs compared to ICE vehicles, adds to dealer anxiety. These factors make dealers reluctant to fully commit to the EV market, fueling fears about the future of electric vehicle sales. Reason number 7, transforming the classic dealership model. Another major concern for dealers is overhauling their traditional dealership model. Long-standing practices must now adapt to new demands from automakers and federal authorities promoting EVs, often with limited customer interest. Dealers must convince customers to buy EVs, as traditional methods fall short. Embracing online commerce and home deliveries has yet to yield significant results. Tensions rise between manufacturers and dealers over the best way to sell EVs. Manufacturers demand more effort from dealers, while increasingly controlling the process, with some even adopting direct-to-consumer models. This shift worries dealers about its impact on sales and inventory. Constantly adapting their models without seeing much return fuels dealer frustration. This tension may escalate, especially if the electric revolution doesn't meet expectations. Reason number 6, navigating low profit margins. With slow growth and supply exceeding demand, profit margins concern dealers. The high demand for early EV models like the Mustang Mach-E has faded, making it hard to achieve desirable markups. Buyers willing to pay high markups now prefer high-performance combustion cars, while EVs often sell at discounted prices. These discounts impact dealer profit margins significantly. EV makers, including Tesla, have been offering massive discounts to boost sales, forcing legacy automakers to follow suit despite their struggle to make EVs profitable. As automakers lose money due to slower than expected sales, dealers are calling for help and a different lineup. For instance, some GM dealers are demanding the return of hybrids. Hybrids grow faster than EVs, offering affordable, reliable technology that brings profit and sells in higher volumes. Exactly what dealers need now. Before we delve deeper, we'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to Highway Herald. Your support fuels our passion to create more content like this. Now let's explore reason number 5. Increased effort required from salesmen. Selling combustion cars is straightforward, a process honed over a century. Buyers choose a model, the salesman explains options, arranges financing, conducts a test drive, and completes paperwork, all typically within an hour. The electric revolution, however, has changed this dynamic. EVs with their new technology require potential customers to take time to understand them. Salesmen must explain and convince customers of EV benefits, a task more complex than it seems. Salesmen often complain about the time it takes to sell an EV. Shoppers visit multiple times to learn about the new technology and charging features. This means sales professionals invest significantly more time to earn their commission. Research shows buying an EV takes 3 to 4 visits on average, making it 3 to 4 times less lucrative for salesmen than selling a gas-powered car. This naturally dampens their enthusiasm for pushing EVs. Reason number 4, addressing regional disparities. Dealers nationwide face issues with both automakers and authorities due to a lack of consideration for regional disparities in the EV market. The federal approach assumes uniform EV adoption across the U.S., offering the same tax credits everywhere, which doesn't address local needs. For example, California's electrification progress starkly contrasts with Midwest states due to geographic and economic differences. Federal policies and automakers need to adapt to these regional variations in infrastructure, social conditions, and cultural preferences. Dealers must respond to local demand and practical considerations, such as limited charging infrastructure in remote areas. This uneven landscape means that different regions will experience the EV revolution differently, with challenges like inadequate charging infrastructure affecting adoption rates, particularly in less populated areas. Reason number 3, navigating new regulations and compliance costs. The evolving EV market is bringing a wave of new regulations that significantly impact dealerships. In 2024, stricter emissions and safety standards have been introduced, requiring dealers to invest heavily in compliance. These investments include upgrading facilities, purchasing advanced diagnostic tools, and providing extensive training for staff. For instance, California's recent regulations mandate comprehensive training on EV technologies and safety procedures, leading to substantial compliance costs. Dealerships must allocate resources to meet these requirements, facing increased scrutiny and fines for non-compliance. Moreover, dealers must invest in sophisticated charging infrastructure and waste management systems to accommodate EVs. These escalating costs are a source of anxiety for many dealers who question whether their investments will pay off given the slow pace of EV adoption. Navigating these compliance challenges while maintaining profitability is a daunting task, contributing to the uncertainty and apprehension surrounding the future of EV sales. Reason number 2, investing in a future full of uncertainty. One of the biggest challenges in the electric revolution is the financial burden it places on dealers. Adapting to EV technology requires significant investment, often in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, for charging infrastructure and employee training. With EV growth slowing, dealers face uncertainty about whether these investments will pay off soon, making them reluctant to commit. As technology rapidly evolves, dealers must continuously upgrade both infrastructure and training. For example, Ford's Model E certification program required dealers to spend between $500,000 and $1.2 million, impose fixed pricing, and meet other stringent conditions that hindered profitability. Fortunately, Ford has since relaxed these requirements, allowing dealers more flexibility. Other automakers are following suit, easing their demands to better support dealers during this transition. Reason number 1, the challenge of selling new EVs today. The expected rapid growth of the EV market hasn't materialized. Despite some recovery from earlier declines, overall market expansion remains sluggish. The market share of EVs may not exceed 10% by year-end, falling short of past high growth rates. Automakers expected massive expansion with stabilized supply chains and increased production, but this growth hasn't happened. Dealers are struggling with full lots and stagnant demand as the market shifts from early adopters to the more price-sensitive middle class, who are less inclined to invest in costly EVs. Current EV lineups cater primarily to early adopters, leaving few affordable, practical options for average consumers. This mismatch between supply and demand forces dealers to hold unsold inventory, worsening their financial challenges. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to Highway Herald to stay updated on the latest vehicle news and upcoming videos. See you next time.